Assalamu guys, how you guys doing? This is Emad Arshad, and I can't believe it's been so long since my last video. But listen up guys, it's the last 10 nights of Ramadan. This is when you gotta go all in. This is when you go big or go home. It's game 7, man, and we need to just push and maximize everything, man. There's something in the air. You feel it. You go to the masjid, you feel this like peaceful thing around you. But we need to capitalize, and I just wanted to share a few pointers that I used myself with you guys for the last 10 nights. First thing, we gotta have our intentions in the right place. Our intentions are to gain the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to earn His forgiveness, His mercy. Also, do our best to gain that night of power, which is worth about 83 years of worship. That is crazy. Don't depend on this odd night and it's only 27 night and that's when I'm going to push myself. No. Also, with all the confusion of when you started, did we start the right day, did we not? The odd and the even gets so confusing, man. To stick to doing it all last 10 nights. The best dua for the last 10 nights is Allahumma innaka afoon tuhibbul afwa fa'afu anni. And if I'm not incorrect here, it was Hazrat Aisha who asked the Prophet ﷺ that if I am counted this day, what is the best thing I should say? What is the best dua I should say? And he said, Allahumma innaka afoon tuhibbul afwa fa'afu anni, which means, oh Allah, you are the partner, you love to pardon, so pardon me. What you should do is probably make a dua list, right? So either you write it down or you put it in your head, and I try to break it down in a few ways. One is you make the short-term duas for dunya, like, you know, I want a promotion, I want to get a raise, and then you make long-term duas, right? The business you're trying to start, or the career you're trying to make, or you want to pay off your mortgage from your house. And then you make duas about the afterlife, right? Those are the critical ones, man. When you make dua about having a beautiful home in your grave, be able to answer all the 3 questions. When you get up on the day of judgment, your book comes on the right hand, you get to Jannah, you get to be with the Prophet and his companions. It's also important to make duas for people who request the duas from you. You'll have a lot of friends who tell you, brother, please pray for me. You know, you have different people going through different things and ask you to make duas. Because what happens is when you pray for a brother, the angels will then pray that exact same dua on you. So it's like a win-win, man. So don't forget the duas that your brothers and sisters might have asked you to pray. We pray for the ummah, we make dua for them, and obviously we make dua for our friends and family, for in-laws, etc, etc, etc. That's sort of my dua list, guys. Look back at the mistakes you made, the sins you might have done, and the way I like to think about it is you try to think about the smaller ones you might have done, the major ones you've done, you think about the ones that you ask Allah to forgive you for things that you don't remember you did, and the mistakes you might have done that other people have picked up, and there's been a chain reaction of mistakes. So you want that all just clean out of your system and just wiped out. And don't waste time, guys, in the sense, in the nights, these last 10 nights, going for these long iftars and suhoors and sitting with shisha with your buddies for long hours. It's all fun and stuff, but we can just give it up for 10 days, right? Inshallah, guys, we gotta be ready, stand long hours in Qiyam, have long sujood where you make dua, when you put your head on the forehead in front of your Creator. And when you're feeling tired and your feet are swelling and you're feeling the pain, remember that's a sunnah of the Prophet, man. His feet used to hurt and they just swell up for how long he'd stand up. So inshallah, if we can even do a little of that just for 10 days, when it comes to donations, guys, if you just take out, you know, like $100 or $200 for the last 10 days, whatever is easy for you. And even if you just give $10 every single day for the last 10 nights, you're guaranteed to hit Laylatul Qadr. Like, there's no way you can miss out. Also really important is to continue to read the Quran. My advice is read the Arabic and English side by side. What that does is you start picking up certain keywords when reading Arabic and seeing the translation. That helps you in Tarawih and during the night prayers when you're standing behind the Imam. Also, if you've had a fight or disagreement or something with a brother and sister of yours, this is the time to clear your heart, to clear everything, to reconcile, just let everything go. I think the least we can do is forgive each other and, you know, maybe just contact that person. And if you can't do that, then at least just make dua for them. Suck it up and make dua for somebody you maybe dislike, have a problem with. Hopefully that goes a long way. Finally, my most favorite part of the last 10 nights is going to Qiyam and the witr dua. That is like the dua behind the Imam, man. Honestly, that's like the most beautiful moment. It builds up all of what you're doing that night, and you make dua with your hands up to Allah. And man, that's like the greatest moment. The advice I can give is, if you can, try to memorize those duas so you know their English, so you know exactly what you're saying. It's so important. And if you can't memorize them, what we can do is at least look up the duas that the Imam recites, the general ones. Look at the English translation. Try to pick up certain keywords like Allahumma, Na, Afwanna, Rahma, and just be in that state, man. That's the most amazing thing. My favorite place in the Toronto area is Isna. The dua is amazing. The qiraat of the Shaykh is amazing. It's just, you feel this certain energy, this vibe. It's beautiful. It's dark. The dua is great, and just a great bunch of people. I highly recommend it. And finally, if you actually survived watching this entire video, hopefully we all learned something, inshallah. If you guys are noticing the t-shirt I'm wearing, this is done by a group of guys, great bunch of guys, who made these t-shirts for Palestine. It's $20 a t-shirt. And the entire fund goes to Islamic Relief Canada, which goes to the Palestinians. We all know what's happening with our brothers and sisters. It's just $20, guys. If you guys are interested, contact me. And for those people who do attend ISNA, they'll be selling that at ISNA as well. Last 10 nights, I hope that my duas and your duas and our prayers and all the work you and I put in is accepted, inshallah. If you did really benefit from this video, it'd be great if you could share this message with other people, and we can all, inshallah, benefit. And if you could share your techniques, it could help all of us, inshallah, as well. Peace.